All right, let's dive right into this explainer. When we think about the spouses of the ultra-wealthy, it's pretty common to view them through a lens of pure privilege, right? We picture the designer clothes, exclusive galas, luxury yachts. But what if you've completely misunderstood their actual purpose in society? Today, we are exploring a really radical paradigm shift. We're taking that traditional concept of a wealthy spouse and transforming it into something way more powerful, a social parent.
So it begs the question, why do elite marriages face so much intense public criticism instead of respect? Well, historically, people tend to view these unions as purely conditional exchanges, merging wealth, status, or maybe academic pedigrees. And when the folks in these marriages don't demonstrate any deeper societal value beyond their bank accounts, well, the public naturally pushes back with a ton of skepticism and scrutiny.
We've basically got this public stereotype that reduces these spouses to mere luxury consumers, literally walking billboards for designer bags and elite status symbols. But their true potential, it's entirely different. Actually, they are uniquely positioned. They've got the vast resources, the education, and the immense networks required to be actual leaders of societal welfare. They are meant to be true partners in resolving massive public issues.
Section 1. True partnership and support. Let's see how this builds a completely new understanding of how these powerful families operate.
So for the ultra-wealthy, true internal support isn't about micromanaging a household or hosting lavish dinner parties anymore. No way. It is high-level societal problem-solving. It's about actively resolving those massive, complex societal frustrations that ultimately threaten their partner's business environment. We're totally redefining support here. It means taking on the heavy societal burdens that sit right outside the corporate gates.
Think about it for a second. A CEO's job is to run the business. But what happens when they hit a brick wall of deep societal discontent? A wall they literally can't dismantle from inside a boardroom. They get stuck. And that is exactly where a highly capable spouse has to step in. Their job isn't to run the company, it's to relieve that external societal pressure, basically freeing up the business leader to continue their work.
And when this role is left unfulfilled, the symptoms are severe. Public dissatisfaction just festers into deep societal division and intense political polarization. You see different factions weaponizing this public anger. That constant, harsh scrutiny of elite lifestyles we see, it isn't just petty jealousy. It's actually a profound reaction to a void of leadership at the very top. The public instinctively knows something major is missing.
Section 2. From consumer to social parent. This concept really changes everything we know about the duties of the elite.
Enter the social parent. Now, this isn't just your typical charitable donor. This is someone who steps way beyond the boundaries of their own biological family. They look at society's citizens and the workers driving their family's enterprises, and they literally treat them with the same dedication as their own children. It's an amazing shift, transforming immense privilege and status into genuine maternal or paternal care for society.
There's a perfect synergy to this model. On one hand, the corporate leader focuses on business strategy and providing capital. They fund the foundations, but let's be real, they just lack the time for dedicated execution. That's where the social parent comes in as the engine. They lead the research, manage the foundations, and actually execute the welfare projects on the ground. They become the active healers of the community.
In South Korea, the title samonim is used to show deep respect to the spouse of a leader. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. Titles of respect absolutely demand tangible service, not just a flashy display of wealth. If the public honors you with that title, you owe them your dedication in return. It's a profound reminder, right? Societal respect must be actively earned through real welfare, not passively inherited through marriage.
Section 3. Top priority. Zero suicide. Let's look at exactly where these social parents must direct their attention first.
Tragically, South Korea holds the #1 ranking globally for suicide rates. It is a heartbreaking indicator that the current societal structure is just failing its people on a profound fundamental level. It represents the absolute deepest pain point in the entire nation. Because of this agonizing reality, a zero suicide project is the definitive proving ground for social parents. Let me be clear, this is not some corporate PR stunt. It is a deeply empathetic intervention. It requires the singular focus, time, and vast resources that only dedicated social parents can wield to truly make a difference.
So why start here of all places? Well, first, it addresses society's most agonizing pain directly. Second, achieving success here unequivocally proves the value of social parents to a very skeptical public. But most importantly, and this is absolutely crucial, if we can't solve this fundamental crisis of people giving up on life entirely, no other business success or welfare initiative is going to hold society together. It is literally the keystone to preventing total societal collapse.
Section 4. Correct corporate welfare contribution. With a goal this massive, how do businesses currently get it wrong, and how on earth do they fix it?
Look, corporations currently donate billions to various causes, yet they often see zero tangible societal change and virtually no public appreciation. Why is that? Because blindly throwing money at a problem is like pouring water into a bottomless pit. Business leaders desperately need a targeted, intelligent approach to philanthropy rather than just cutting checks to ease their conscience.
The solution is a three-step structural shift. Step 1. Corporate leaders provide targeted funding to specific foundations. Step 2. Social parents take the reins, gathering the absolute top experts and researchers who previously lacked cohesive direction. Step 3. They collaboratively execute highly effective, pain-relieving welfare. By doing this, corporate funding finally meets genuine, structured care. It's a real game changer.
Finally, Section 5. Attitude leading humanity's welfare. Let's explore the underlying philosophy that makes this entire system genuinely impactful over the long haul.
The attitude of a true social parent is perfectly captured in this idea. True welfare shouldn't feel like a draining, agonizing sacrifice. When you understand the mechanics of society and deploy resources correctly to solve root problems, well, healing society becomes a joyful endeavor. And it's that exact joy in serving others that creates lasting happiness and fulfillment for these elite families.
This creates a very precise global blueprint. You start locally in South Korea by forming these specific foundations and tackling the absolute hardest local problem first, the Zero Suicide Project. Then, once the concept is proven and local pain is healed, you expand this joyful, highly effective welfare model globally to serve all of humanity. This brings us to a final, really provocative thought. Is the true measure of a corporate empire's greatness not its profit margins, but its ability to heal society's deepest pains? We've seen how shifting from a wealthy consumer to an active social parent bridges the enormous gap between immense resources and profound wounds. Just imagine, if immense wealth was finally paired with true societal parenting, what could our world actually look like? It completely redefines the purpose of privilege. Thanks for tuning in to this explainer.